Peace to the light beings and the divine minds. As you see from the image on the screen, we are going to discuss an unpleasant, malevolent presence, entity, an energy that preys upon the essence and the spirit, the very souls of men. Some call this entity a succubus. It's also been called a siren in mythological folklore. It's also been known as a harpy. And in biblical stories and terms, the Jezebel spirit. This is a spirit that attaches itself to male beings, human males. From the very beginning of a human male's life, the moment that male exits the womb of his mother, there are spirits put in place, spirits to guard the male and protect the male. Some also know those spirits as guardian angels. And then there are spirits that lurk, that linger and roam around the perimeters of that human male's life. Those are the malevolent spirits. The succubus is one of those very spirits, a spirit that lingers and lurks and waits patiently for the male to open up in order for the succubus to attach, to latch on like a parasite and to channel energy, siphon energy, life force energy from the male. The energy is at its very essence sexual energy, and that is the type of energy that the succubus feeds upon. So the male can go through life without ever having a succubus attach. But in this society, the way the society is, this is a succubus society where sex is seen as casual and frivolous, and sex is not seen as sacred and potent. So the succubus stays near and lurks and waits patiently. The succubus will wait through toddlerhood, adolescence, until that moment that the male has some type of deviant sexual experience. Usually that will come during puberty. And for instance, the male decides to pick up a magazine that is filled with pornography, or he and his friends look at a porno, or some sexual deviance occurs. That is a catalyst for succubi energy. That particular moment is where the male opens up. There's a breach in his protective force field, a chink in his armor, so to speak. And then the succubus makes her way in, or excuse me, its way in, because a succubus, it takes the form of what a male desires, which is typically a female. So, in its form as a beautiful female, it begins to visit the male in his dreams and have sex with the male in his dreams. Now, there have been reports, many reports, where men have said that the succubi also manifested themselves into this realm as a physical presence. There's something called sleep paralysis. A man can be lying on his bed and for some reason he can't move, but he can see everything that's going on, and he can feel a spiritual presence. Often succubi will climb up on the bed of the man or lie behind him. They enjoy lying behind. A man might feel a succubus on his back, but in his dreams, she's seducing him sexually. So this is an energy that waits from, as I said, the moment the male enters into this realm. And the male will always have the succubus attached if he does not take steps to rid his life of the succubus. Prayer, fasting, abstinence, abstaining from sexual activity for a while, and then if sexual activity is resumed, only having sex with a partner who is in tune with the male, a female partner, and a partner who understands the spiritual aspect of sexuality and sexual connection. And a partner who knows about the malevolent spirit called the succubus. Smudging with sage and Palo Santo. Palo Santo is important to burn. It keeps peace and serenity flowing in the home. And the sage is important to rid any malevolent spirits out. All the while meditating, praying, appealing to the almighty power for help.